Alright guys, we are back for another video. Rukia Kuchiki. We're gonna take a look at her today in this video. Going over everything. How to build her, how to actually play her, what kind of skill rotations are there, her best equipment, which stats and substats to actually go for when actually trying to build Rukia. And yeah, everything there is to know. So let's actually jump into this video with her weapon. Now, Rukia is an SR character, right? She is more or less a fan favorite, so obviously a lot of people actually may have her or want to have her. Her best weapon is going to be the Blade of Pure White. I mean, the name, bro. The whole budget went down for that name, like literally. This is going to be her exclusive weapon, which basically when she triggers the ice breaking. Now we're going to take a look at this. The ice breaking, now she has two sort of things going for her. One of them is going to be freeze point, which basically some attacks will inflict freeze points on the enemy. At 100 freeze points, the enemy will be frozen and become immovable for 2 seconds. Now this is most likely going to be the case for Toshiro as well. And then she has something called Breaking Ice. Attack on an enemy who has been frozen for more than 1 second will trigger Breaking Ice, which deals extra damage once based on Rukia's attack, which basically means you have to focus on her attack stat and remove the normal frozen state. So this is going to be very important when actually playing with her. Now, Trigger on Ice Break launches 4 extra ice spikes at the enemy, dealing total damage equal to 10% of Rukia's attack, and also increases the Breaking Ice damage by 18.75%, increases the damage of her battlefield skill, called Chill Release, by 37.5%, and Rukia's Ice Spike combo attack by 25% while the realm is active. Now, there's a lot going on for this weapon for Rukia. I mean, they did a lot of justice to Rukia, I'm not gonna lie. As an SR character, especially she's a tactical character, in my opinion, she's probably the best tactical character for a SR version of any character, at least in the game currently. All right, now skill leveling priority. I mean, again, with any character, you always want to focus on our passives, right? Going for the passive ability first is going to be nice, because this will basically be the freeze sort of point stuff, and then you have the passive boost, which triggers the Breaking Ice and reduces all type resistance of the enemy by 15%. And then you have this one here. While the Chill Release battlefield skill is active, it also reduces the damage the on-field character takes by 22.5% and restores the HP of their own max HP every 3 seconds. So she has shielding, sort of basically damage reduction going for her, healing, and a lot of damage, which is, she's like an overall package of everything you need in a character, really, right? After focusing on our passives, you want to go for a battlefield skill. I mean, this one comes to no surprise. Her battlefield skill is going to be the best one to focus on, right? Now, Rukia's battlefield skill uses 2 energy types, battlefield skill energy and so-called chill, which releases 2 different battlefield skills. You have the Icy Swords wave and you have the Chill Release. Teammates' basic attacks, special attacks, and techniques increase battlefield skill energy on hit. Obviously, this should be clear by now. And then you can also, by triggering Breaking Ice, which adds 1 chill. Now, remember, she has 2 things going. The standard battlefield skill energy and the chill sort of stacks, which she needs to build up, right? Now, Breaking Ice, obviously, this one here, when you attack a frozen enemy, you're dealing extra damage, obviously, and it also removes the frozen. Enemies frozen by the ultimate can trigger Breaking Ice multiple times while frozen with a 0.2 seconds interval, but only the first trigger grants chill, right? Now, chill, what does I say, is basically the energy Rukia requires to release the battlefield skill, which can be obtained by triggering Breaking Ice, right? The second one is going to be Icy Sword Wave, which basically Rukia appears on a field and releases a chilling sword wave to the enemy, dealing damage equal to 88%, next 99%, obviously when I level up, of attack and inflicting 25 freeze points, right? Now this one here, again, at 100 freeze points, the enemy is going to be frozen, right? Last but not least, you have chill release. Now this one's going to be a long one, which basically Rukia plants her Sodeno Shirayuki into the ground and releases all chill. This will deal damage equal to a specific amount of percentage of her attack to all enemies and freezing them for 2 seconds straight. Remember this, for this one here, you do not need to build up the freeze points actually. She would also create a realm, an icy realm. When any character attacks inside, Rukia releases an ice spike combo, dealing damage equal to 52% of attack. This effect can only be triggered once per second. Now, this is going to be very fun. This is, I'm hoping we can showcase this in a second as well. And then after focusing on the battlefield skill, go with the ultimate and then the technique. Now, ultimate real quick is basically she traces a circle with a whip to create a frozen realm. Inside the temperature plummets, blah, blah, blah. And she basically deals specific amounts of damage to the enemies and freezes them. And her technique, on the other hand, basically points her sword at the enemy and releases an avalanche level chill, dealing damage equal to 168%. And the enemy in front will get damaged, plus freezing non-elite enemies. Now, this is important. You can't freeze an elite enemy with this attack for 2 seconds, and you will also inflict 50 freeze points. Now, 2 of those technique usages are enough to freeze even an elite enemy. Right, now, ascension levels. Yeah, again, the best one obviously is going to be A6. I mean, without any debate. Basically, she will release the battlefield skill Chill Release when the battle begins immediately. This is going to be, oh, this is going to be busted. And also when an enemy triggers Breaking Ice or is within range of the battlefield skill Chill Release, their spirit resistance is reduced by 15% for 20 seconds. Now, she's going to be most likely the best tactical teammate of Toshiro. Bear that in mind. She's going to be broken for Toshiro. If you do not want to go all in and try to hunt her boundaries, obviously you do not really need to anyways. But since she's an SR character, you will get those more frequently than SSRs. A good stopping point is going to be A2 again, which basically increases the damage of the battlefield skill Icy Sword by 30%, and you will also trigger the battlefield skill Chill Release combo attacks. Grants a 66% chance to release a second Ice Spike and a 33% chance to release a third, right? And you will also get a first, which basically increases the freeze points inflicted by the battlefield skill by 25%, right? Okay, so the farmable stamps or accessories, however you want to call them, it's stamps in this game anyways. The best one's going to be the Blooming Sakura. Now, this one here will essentially increase her ultimate charge rate by 22%, and the free piece increases the battlefield skill damage, and also each time the battlefield skill is released, it also increases the basic attack damage by 6%. Stats are going to be attack, attack, attack. You mainly want to focus on attack for Rukia, nothing else really. I mean, if you have something like boosts healing capabilities, I guess it's all right as well if you want to make use of her healing. But it's only passive, right? So mainly going for attack is going to be the best thing. Her best core stamp is going to be her Enshrouded in Blizzard, which is going to be her exclusive core stamp. This will increase her ultimate damage by 60% and also extend the duration of freeze applied by the ultimate by 4 seconds. Now this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be incredibly useful because 2 seconds versus 4 seconds, that makes a huge difference. Especially after you release the ultimate, remember, you can trigger freeze break more than once within 4 seconds rather than 2 seconds. Now, in terms of an alternative for her, in terms of stamps, it's going to be the, what's it called, intellectual, where is it? No, wait, that was a weapon. It's going to be the back-to-back combat. This one is applicable to all characters, and it basically boosts the battlefield skill, right? It triggers an additional attack of the same type, dealing damage equal to 25% of the current battlefield skill. But again, her main, her exclusive core stamp is going to be that thing which you definitely want for her, especially if you want to maximize her potential. Okay, now in terms of teams, I mean, you could, let's say you just started the game, you could run some hybrid combinations. It would actually work, right? Using her as a tactical unit, maybe running Shikai Ichigo as your full assault DPS unit, and where is Orihime? There she is, running Orihime as your support, right? Now, if you ideally though want to run a full spirit team, even though we do not have a really good spirit DPS currently, with Toshiro around the corner, he's going to be the main character you want. He's literally, and I mean this, he's almost a must-pull character at this point, because we don't really have another good SSR spirit character. And if you want to run a effective spirit team, Toshiro is going to be the one you need, guys. So currently she's going to be the tactical unit. The best team partner is going to be Ururu as your DPS. Now, I mean to say this, but Ururu at A6 isn't too bad. I'm not gonna lie, I actually was surprised at really how good she is at A6. Now, still not makes her very good, but she's all right, I guess. The support is going to be Orihime. Again, she's going to be the best support for this team. You could get, if you have Kisuke, you can also throw Kisuke in there. Obviously, running Orihime, running Rukia with Kisuke and Ururu is also an option. And a more optimal team, again, the best optimal team you can run with her, apart from running a full spirit team, is going to be Rukia. Then running Shikai Ichigo as your main DPS, and as a support, if you have him, throw Kisuke in there. This team is going to slap a lot. If you do not have Kisuke, then Orihime will have to fill the spot for now until we get better supports. I mean, we do have Momo around the corner. She's going to be the free SR character which everyone will be able to acquire. So she's going to be the good filler option in terms of a support character. Okay, so let's actually try a fight. Now, we're gonna try one round with a full spirit team, just to see how it's going. Now, you don't really want to have Rukia the entire time on the field. She's more or less of a situational character. You want to use her when her battlefield skill is ready, right? Starting off in this team combination with Orihime using our shield, then switching into Rukia using our technique, and now Ururu takes the stage. Now our battlefield skill is ready. We're just gonna chill with Ururu, and battlefield skill is there. Now let's... Okay, the auto actually missed proccing the ice break, which was hilarious right there. Literally, Ururu just stood there and didn't do anything, which is nuts considering. Let's actually switch to Ururu. Did she manage to freeze him? No, she didn't, but now we can. Yep, now attack. Now we did the breaking ice right there. Did you see the damage increase? The breaking ice was triggered. And we blocked it. Ururu is back in. Ururu is horrible though right now. She's not even built yet, so I'm not even gonna lie. She is not at full potential. But yeah, we do have one chill collected. We're gonna utilize her skill again. And then again, technique. We're in there triggering ice break again. This one was nice. Actually a lot more damage considering. Now we do have type disadvantage, right? We don't have type advantage right there. We're gonna use... Now we're gonna go with the ultimate of Rukia. We do have freeze. And now we're just gonna attack, throw in attacks. And as you can see, we literally did a lot of damage at the end. Threw a lot of damage out there, considering the low level team we just had right there. But yeah, generally speaking, her role in a team is to always try and inflict freeze upon opponents. So that is going to be your main goal. She's gonna come in, I'm assuming she's gonna come in very handy at more difficult stages later down the road, especially alongside somebody like Toshiro. I'm actually very interested in seeing how a team with Toshiro and her and maybe Momo will be looking like, because you will have a lot of freeze going on. I could literally see that team perma freezing because Toshiro can freeze and Rukia can freeze. But yeah, we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, this is my build recommendation and play recommendation for Rukia. Let me know down below in the comment sections what you think about Rukia in general. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.